Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video we are going to learn the most important MCQs from the poem Ode to the Autumn, which was written by John Keats. And without wasting our time, let us learn the questions. First question: what is the name of the poem and how many stanzas it consists of? Ode to Autumn, written by John Keats, and it consists of 3 stanzas. Second question: this poem was composed between 19th to 22nd September 1819. Third question: the poet composed the poem after the walk in Winchester. Fourth question: the structure of the poem is Odell hymn. Fifth question: rhyming scheme of the poem is A B A ABAB DCCE. Sixth question: this poem was published in 1820 in Lamia Isabella, the Eve of Saint Agnes, and other poems. Seventh question: to Autumn is the final work in a group of poems known as Keats' 1819 Odes. Eighth question: how many sections are there in this poem? 3 definite sections: strophe, antistrophe, and epode. Ninth question: it is written in iambic pentameter. 10th question: type of this poem. It is a Horatian ode. 11th question: in the poem, the autumn is presented as reaper, gleaner, harvester, and cedar presser. 12th question: what songs can be found in autumn according to the poet? The songs of the gnats, the lambs, the crickets, the Robin Hood breast, and swallows. 13th question: the poem reflects Hellenic tendencies and in tune with Greek features. 14th: autumn is the season of mist and mellow fruitfulness, means ripe fruit. 15th question: the phrase to the core means to the depth of the center. 16th: what does the poet want to say by maturing sun? The sun makes the fruit ripen and causes it to mature. 17th question: thatched caves signifies overhanging edges of roofs made of straw and seeds. 18th question: conspiring with him. Here, conspiring denotes cooperating with the sun in causing the fruits to ripe. 19th question: fruits and veggies mentioned in the poem are grapes, apples, gourd, hazelnuts. 20th question: according to Roman mythology, Ceres is the goddess of harvest. 21st question: winnowing wind means the wind which blows away the chaff from the grain. 23rd question: granary floor refers to the floor on which the grains are stored in the field. 24th question: drowsed with fumes or poppies signifies feeling drowsy or sleepy with the narcotic perfume of poppies. 25th question: here barred clouds refers to the full clouds which assume the shape or form of bars which gather at sunset in long lines above the west. 26th question: here the phrase rosy hue refers to hue means color, so the rosy light of the setting sun. 27th question: the term choir means a company of persons trained to sing together. 28th question: what does the poet ask autumn not to think of? Not to worry or not to think of the various songs and birds of the spring season, like the nightingale or the cuckoo. 29th question: who watches the last oozing hours by hours? In this poem, autumn here as a female watches the last oozing hours by hours. 30th question: who is the close bosom friend of maturing sun? The autumn. 31st question: who can be found on a half-ripe furrow? The autumn. in the shape of a female reaper stands on the furrow or cornfield which is half reaped. It is because of the farmer is yet to complete the reaping. 32nd question. Autumn is called the season of mist. 33rd question. Mellow means soft and sweet in taste, that is ripened fruits. 34th question. Autumn fills the fruit to the core with ripeness. 35th question. Overbrimmed their clammy cells. Who is responsible to overbrim the cells? Bees. 36th question. In the expression on or a half reaped furrow, so sound asleep, autumn is represented as reaper. 37th question. Set budding more. Here more means more flowers. 38th question. The 5 activities mentioned in the first stanza of the poem include loading, filling, budding, swelling, plumping, and blessing. 39th question. Until they think warm days will never cease, who are they? The bees. 40. Gleaner means one who picks up corn. 41st question. The red-breast whistle from a garden croft. Here, the garden croft means land enclosed for a garden. 42nd question. The expression drowned with fumes of poppies means feeling drowsy with the perfume of poppies. 43rd question. Sometimes whoever seeks abroad may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor. Who is referred to thee in this line? Autumn. 44th question. Autumn is personified as cedar presser, harvester, and reaper. 45th question. Full grown lambs refer to lambs acquiring maturity. 46th question. Think not of them. Them refers to the music of spring. 47th question. The slitting winnowing wind. Here autumn is depicted as a winnower as a girl sitting on the granary floor. 48th question. According to Roman mythology, Ceres is goddess of beauty. 49th question. Who is singing in a wailful choir? Small gnats. 50th question. Spares the next swath. Swath means line of corn to be cut. 51st question. And touch of the subtle plains with rosy hue. Here rosy hue refers to the rosy light of the setting sun. 52nd question. Stumble plains refers to the harvested fields where the ends of grain plants are left on the ground. 53rd question. Where were the small gnats mourning? Among the shallow of the river. 54th question. Lambs are bleating from hilly bourne. 55th question. Bourne means boundary. 56th question. Hedge crickets sing and now with treble soft. 57th question. Here the term treble soft means high but delicate note. 58th question. Who is whistling from a garden croft? Red-breast robin. It is a small bird. 59th question. John Keats is a romantic poet. 60th question. Theme of this poem is fulfillment and maturity. Author Compton Rickert called Ode to Autumn, most satisfying of all odes. 61st question. Each stanza consists of 11 lines. 62nd question. And gathering swallows twitter in the skies is taken from Ode to Autumn. And 63rd question. Who called Ode to Autumn most satisfying of all odes? That is author Compton Rickert. And this is all for this video, friends. Hope this video will be very useful for your competitive exams. Please subscribe, share and comment, and follow my YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you.